Now that Attack on Titan is ending, there is this one flaw that keeps on bugging me, and that is the mishandling of some characters. By no means am I saying that Attack on Titan is not a great show, that I don't love it, that I don't love the story. I think it's a great, brilliant story. It was really entertaining and still is, and I'll probably rewatch it because I want to review the whole thing, and I want to make a lot of videos about Attack on Titan because it's worth it. It's incredible story, but I cannot pretend that this one thing doesn't sit well with me. I know that the fandom is really passionate, or at least I assume that it's passionate because I, as a person that just started watching Attack on Titan and anime in general, I am passionate about the story too. So please don't come for me. Beware, fandom. I'm not attacking the show. I'm just talking about the thing that bothers me. So let's start the video. So the biggest mishandling, in my opinion, is of Mikasa. She has been the same character from beginning to end. Just now in the last 2 episodes, we see a glimpse of change, some sort of inner conflict in her. But that's just it. Just those 2 episodes, we see her change a bit. It's not even a change because she's still there. She's still super powerful. She's still super mighty. She's a great warrior. She's badass. But I'm gonna be blunt, she has been screaming Eren for 3 seasons. Just now she has been changing a bit and she doesn't know what to do with herself, but her character has been that, just screaming Eren. No more, no less. I do assume that once Eren saved her and she became an orphan, she kinda fell into this gratitude and she has this sense of debt to him, and that is normal, but I think that this gratitude and this debt has turned into obsession for her, because does she really love him, or is she kind of clinging to him because she doesn't want to face her own past and trauma because she has been through a lot? And I think that by obsessing with him, she has been trying to avoid dealing with her own feelings. She doesn't have any dreams on her own. She doesn't have any goals on her own. We never heard her inner thoughts that weren't about anything else but Eren. She lives for Eren. She does anything for Eren. She joined the Survey Corps for Eren. She would do anything for Eren. She doesn't have anything on her own, and that's a huge disfavor to the character because she is a great badass woman. The fact that we don't know much about her, about what she's all about her own dreams and hopes, it's a huge disfavor to us, the audience, and to the character itself, because she has a lot of potential. At first she was actually my favorite character, but at this point she just screamed Eren for 3 seasons and I was just like, well, I don't care about you anymore really, because all you do is screaming Eren. Another thing about Mikasa that I wish we explored, that I think is insane that it was kind of just brushed off, was her heritage. She's an Ackerman, but we never got to explore what that actually really means, except just 1 episode about the Ackermans, Levi and Mikasa being these mighty warriors who were soldiers to the first king or whatever. I feel that the whole story was just kind of brushed off and nobody really cared about. I feel like nobody made a big deal about it, even though the 2 most badass characters are related and we never got anything about them. It's really a crime against humanity. I'm not even kidding, because both Mikasa and Levi are great characters. They're both so badass, they're so snarky, and the 2 interactions they had, they were super funny and awesome, but that's it, just 1 or 2 interactions, and that's, as I said, it's a crime. Which brings me to Levi. He's by all means a better developed character than Mikasa, but I feel like he was introduced as such a character because he's older, he has lived through so much, he has a lot of history and trauma behind him, but I feel like his story would have benefited from hearing his inner monologue, you know, about his hopes and dreams, him reminiscing about the past, why he became like so quiet and calm. We did get that sort of in the OVAs, where you got his story about how he met Erwin, how he had a crew that all I don't want to spoil, but go watch the OVAs. I think that Levi's story in the OVAs is, again, another crime that it's not in the main plot, because it would have added so much to the character and to the story. And again, another crime against humanity. How many crimes against humanity does Attack on Titan have? A lot. At this point, the last episode that we watched, if you haven't watched it, just, I guess, don't watch this video. But Levi is back, but he's injured, he's weak, he's with one eye, he cannot do anything, and he just woke up, he's weak, and he wants to fight Zeke. And it's like, bro, there is no time for that. I feel like there is no time to talk about Levi anymore, because this guy has been through so much. He lost his best friend in Erwin, he lost the two most important battles in his life against Zeke, and now he's just there, kind of alone, and he's weak. And what can he do? I mean, there's no time to even explore that, you know, because the show is ending. So, Crime Against Humanity 3. Wow, great. Armin was never the most interesting character to me, but the fact that we never got any sort of character development out of him is another crime against humanity. I feel like he's more essential to the story than Mikasa ever was, but in his own way, he's just a plot device. He's nothing more, nothing less. He's just a plot device. He figure out the plan, they implement it, and the plot can go on. That's it. I would have really loved to explore him struggling with the fact that Erwin kind of sacrificed himself so Armin can live on. I feel like this should have been a big deal about Armin. What is he doing with Erwin? Why him ask himself, you know, how can I be better so I can honor Erwin's death? You know, how can I save everybody so I can honor him? Because Erwin was a fantastic leader. So I feel like Armin should have stepped up, but he's just there as well. When it comes to Sasha, she will always be remembered as the potato girl, which is funny, but even she got a decent background story about her village, about her hopes and dreams and struggles. She was very frightened and scared when we first saw her, very immature, and by the end where she, you know, what happens, she was very, very strong and powerful. She was a great warrior, just like Mikasa. She was brave and she got a decent story, but even she was kind of like slipped under the rug with the rest of the side character, just like Connie. I mean, I don't know what to say about Connie because I don't see much of Connie. I even forgot that he was in the show. I actually forgot. You should go and watch Slap on Titan. It gives a better, more in-depth characterization of Connie than the actual anime. It's on YouTube, Slap on Titan. So funny. Jean or Jean or John or Jason, I don't know. I feel like John had a decent story and development, but even his character story is lost somewhere between the lines. Like, I feel like I'm just waking up to his character development. Like, didn't I pay attention? Like, what happened? You know, in the first few episodes, I couldn't tell them from each other. Like, who's Jean? Who's Bertolt? Who's that? I was like, I'm just lost. There's so many characters, and I feel like some of them were ignored and still are. But I feel like now when I look back at the 4 seasons, I feel like Jean really got a great story. He again started out kind of like Sasha. He just wanted to go to the inner city, live his life, but now he's another great leader, just like Erwin, and I think he's gonna take even a bigger role in the next episodes, and I hope he does, because John, I don't know, deserves the world. I think he's a great character. I think that kind of he's better than Eren even. I think he has a better character development than Eren. I think that when it comes to Reiner, he has the same story as Jean. I think that his story is great. I think that he's also gonna do great things in the next few episodes, but also his story was kind of slipping under the rug, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know, but it's just now that I'm realizing that they actually had good stories, meaningful stories actually. So the the few characters that I'm gonna just go over in like 10 seconds: Zeke, Bertolt, Historia, Ymir. Like, I feel like they don't matter. I mean, Zeke, I just couldn't care about him that much. His story with Eren is interesting, but I just can't help but not care about him. Then you have Bertolt, I don't know, Bertolt. He has a better character development in the junior high Attack on Titan. There is this spin-off that's about them being in school. It's so funny. Like, him and Annie get together. It's the funniest thing, and it's such a good story actually. And then you have Historia, who I know that many people are saying that she actually should have a bigger role in this story in general. And I agree with that, because I mean, she is the queen, you know, like, what is she doing? Why is she not in the final? What's going on? Where's Historia, you know? And then you have Ymir, who I forgot about. It's okay, I don't know, is she dead? Actually, I don't know. See, there's so many characters I cannot keep up. And I don't know why, but I left Eren as last. I actually don't know where I stand on Eren, because he's going through so many plot twists and he's in the center of it all, and there's just so much happening with him. And like, is he good? Is he bad? What's going on? Is the rumbling the worst thing ever? What's going to happen? I don't understand. But obviously he started out as this kid who just wanted to avenge his mom, you know, he wanted justice, he wanted to slay all the Titans, but the story just took on such a wild turn, and he's obviously in the center of it all. And I just don't know, like in season 3 and then 4 at the beginning, I was like, you know what, I actually don't know what's happening with Eren. Like, what is he thinking? You know, I'm still super confused by his story and what is he going through. So I guess I have to say that I don't know what I think about him. You know, at the beginning, great, but now I'm just confused, and I'm just gonna end to see how it all ends, and then I'll let you know about Eren. So why do I even think that the mishandling, in my opinion, of the characters happened? Well, because we got in season 4 and I think season 3 the introduction of so many new characters. We went to Marley, and I think this is where the show kind of took a downturn for me. Like, I don't know why, but I'm not interested in the Marley story at all. And with the introduction of Gabby and Yelena, I was so mad, because we got all these new characters, and these new characters, obviously, they had to take away time and spotlight from our, you know, Levi and Mikasa and Eren, so we can, you know, get to know the new characters. But I hate that. I really hate when stories, shows, movies, whatever, they introduce new characters towards the end. I really hate that, because it always takes away from the main story and the main characters, and I really hate it. I hate Gabby. I think that this girl is so annoying. Like, the first few episodes where we met her, she was just screaming and screaming and screaming, and I was just like, come on, just kill me. I can't watch it. She was awful. I'm sorry, but Gabby is awful. She's so brainwashed. I can't. I really can't. This was just bad. And then you have Yelena, who I don't understand what happened. Where did she come from? Why is she there? And this new guy, Flock, and some other people, and the Jaegerists, and the whole thing just went insane. I don't even know their names. These are just the 4 names I know from the new characters. Does it even matter? Because at the end of the day, I don't know what happens in the manga. I really don't know, but they'll probably all die. That's just an assumption. So what's happening? You know, why is this new, I guess, Flock, like, I don't know. And they're teaming up, like Reiner and John and Mikasa and Armin. I think that this can be cool, but I think it's a bit too late to, you know, have deeply meaningful story with the OG characters. I don't know. I don't know how many episodes are left, but I'm really not sure how this is gonna play out. I guess the writers wanted to just make it like Endgame, you know, make it that all hope is lost, that the Jaegerists have taken over, that now everything is a dictatorship on Paradis Island, and that everyone else outside the Paradis Island die, and that there is no hope left for anyone. And now that Avengers are teaming up, and now they're gonna save the day and probably kill the Titans, or I don't even know. I actually have no idea. They'll probably try and stop the Titans now when I think about it, but I don't know. We'll see. I am excited to see where the story goes, because there's so many possibilities. But as I said, I feel like the negligence of most of the characters is a really big flaw that I cannot just, you know, just pretend doesn't exist. I'm not saying, of course, that Attack on Titan is not a great show. I think it's such a good show. The animation is great, the story is incredible, it's super original. So do let me know, guys, what do you think of Attack on Titan? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What's your favorite character? I don't even know what's my favorite character. I have to rewatch the anime so I can tell you this, because I feel like I'm just so lost. And I'll see you in the next video. And do let me know, should we talk about anime every Friday or Monday? Or should I even talk about anime? I don't think I'm qualified, but I'm just a person that likes watching shows and movies and anime. So I don't know if I need any qualification, because I don't have any. It's just my personal opinion, and I think that's enough. So maybe next time Jujutsu Kaisen or that note. Do let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, may the force be with you.